Hey everybody, welcome to Medling World and welcome to our home, right Roberta? We're at home. The cruise is done. We've had so much time to process. Guys, today's vlog is all about Disney Cruise Line versus Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. We can't wait to bring it to you. Come on in, check it out. All right, Roberta, let's get to our first category today. And that is the booking process. Royal Caribbean versus Disney. The booking process, kind of arriving at the port, and then right before you walk on the ship. So checking in and all of that.
I think the searching and all that, I think it's a little bit of a tie for me. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
It's like, the booking, they're both websites.
Yeah, they were both easy to navigate.
Yes, and look it up,
Not difficult. Yeah. Some people use travel agencies. Yeah, we didn't. We may in the future, but we have a lot of experience with traveling and,
But I think we're going to use it one.
I think we will, only because if there's a problem with your cruise, the travel agent can take care of it.
But I think when it starts getting a little bit different, it's that 30 days before the check-in time.
I agree, Roberta. Yeah. The 30 days before the check-in time, for me, I really enjoyed Royal Caribbean because I was able to just actually literally wake up at 12:01 a.m., go directly to the website, right? I actually did it on their app. And all I had to do, instead of going through every single document and uploading everything at that time, I could pick my port arrival time.
And that's it.
And that's it. And we got the earliest port arrival time, which was 11 a.m.
Because and then you go back to sleep and just upload the documents after.
We checked that off. It turned green for the Roberta, for Matthew, for Jake. Green 11 a.m., 11 a.m., 11 a.m. Everything else was still kind of like, no, you got to come back. You can come back and just do this later.
And that's the difference with Disney.
And Disney, you could not do that.
You had to upload all the documents, make sure all the pictures were correct, and put your credit card information. And got to a point that a lot of people, they are like faster that already finished because they already had all the pictures. And midnight, the kids are sleeping. And you cannot take pictures. Make sure you have them, their selfies on your phone before you do the check-in.
Yeah. So I just think overall, up to now, I'm gonna give, I think Roy was a lot easier with that regard. All right, so now we are arriving at the terminal. Yeah. We just had to do some editing because if you notice, Roberta, she was just cracking up so hard because it said something that we can't put in a vlog. It was just funny the way that it came out. We're talking about Disney.
When we have our patron, which is coming up soon.
We have patron coming soon, and when we have patron, we'll release that clip. It's family friendly, don't get me wrong, but it was just funny what I said. That's why she looks like that. But anyway, guys, this is Medling World. Okay, I think once we arrived at the terminal, for me, was with Disney, it was very stressful because we had to do a test and right then and there. With Royal, I loved it because I got to do that same test 2 days before, and find out that I'm negative, I can go. So that to me was a lot easier to less stressful, right? Let's admit. Okay, good, I'm great. The night before the Disney cruise, I couldn't sleep. And I know that's happened. You guys are watching this. I know it's happened to you. Oh man, am I gonna test? Because you don't know, you could be asymptomatic.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're through that part. And we're through security, both ships. Pretty easy, right? Both through security. At that point, I think it was pretty cool. I think Disney was kind of neat because you kind of like their terminal is so cool, right? You kind of walk in and you see like the Mickey ears in the ships. But overall, I'm gonna give my score here, Roberta.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give
your check mark.
My check mark is what we're gonna do, and then we'll add them up. My check mark here is going to go to Royal Caribbean. I believe all this process before you first step on that ship, to me, Royal Caribbean is much easier. I love the process. Roberta, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I think that Royal Caribbean does win. And that's not talking about, at that moment you still worry about documents and this and that and presenting everything. You're not talking about, getting to the ship yet. So I think Royal Caribbean does win.
Absolutely.
And the pre-boarding, yes.
All right, so let's move on to our second category here with our Royal Caribbean versus Disney. If you keep track of our little check marks, you can kind of see who's maybe in the lead. But at the end, we're going to just give you our overall opinion. The next one is Now we're entering into the ship.
Yes.
Roberta.
Now you enter.
I know you're gonna agree with this. Disney World. When you get to the Disney Cruise Line, and they say, "Hey, what's the name of your family?" and welcome, Medling family, and you step on the ship, and Mickey and Minnie is singing in the stairway.
And I'm sorry, there's something on my eyes in that time. Just like
the allergies, like where Roberta's looking right now. I was just saying she was laughing. Your eyes are still a little watery.
Yeah.
But it's not because she's happy she's on a cruise ship. I can tell you that. It's because she's cracking up at her husband right here. Because guys, what you see on these vlogs, that's how there's no acting here. Roberta, can you tell them that? Like, this is what I'm really in.
That's for you.
Yeah, she's still cracking up. So to me, Roberta, that was just such an ultimate feeling. What'd you think about it?
It's magical. There is nothing.
You're getting emotional, actually.
It's just because, Disney, like when you get into the ship and you look at that.
Wow.
And you just
that's
exactly
so cool
that's just like wow. And
don't get me going with my tears here.
When you get into the Royal, you feel happy.
Sure, absolutely, you feel happy.
You do not feel.
You don't feel the same. You just.
You don't feel special. I think that's the word.
Oh, believe me, I was very happy to enter the Royal Caribbean ship. I was like, and it's cool where you enter because you enter on deck 5, I think it was 4 or 5, but you're kind of right there with a promenade. So that would be deck 5. So
yes.
And the promenade's right there, and it's like I can't remember if it was deck 4 and you went up a flight of stairs.
You went up a flight of stairs.
Yeah, so you come on deck 4,
and you go up,
and it's just kind of like okay, there's a deck of stairs where
Yeah. Where do I go now?
And we went up one deck.
Talking about that's the one of the things in this category. Where do I go?
Correct. So entering the ship. Correct. Yeah. Like okay, where am I? What do I do now?
And both customer service was great. But I think there is one major difference especially for us, was the first time in each ship.
Yeah, one time on each ship. This is just our opinion.
One difference is that the amount of employees that Disney had comparing to the amount of employees, the crew members.
That's true now that I think about it, yeah.
Like when you want to ask a question, like if you compare how many people was in the Disney cruise?
There was 1,600 on that cruise.
In our cruise. And they had a lot of crew members available on a guest service and asking questions. And if you want to, and on a Royal for 4,000 people, 4,000 plus passengers, we are talking about they had 4 or 5 people only at the customer service. Yeah. And 2 people outside waiting. And that's normally one of the first things that you do. A lot of people go to the customer service for guest service So I think that also Disney,
I agree. Disney does win that.
Yes.
And I know that's what you're going to say. I wasn't trying to interrupt you, Roberta, because she doesn't like it when I interrupt her. Believe me. She tells me after the vlogs, Matt, you interrupted me. No, Disney definitely entering the cruise ship, that whole experience, the service you get with Disney, to me, don't get me wrong, Royal was awesome. Like, wow, look at this promenade, look at this, look at that. But I did feel so much more emotion, so much more happiness entering Disney. So for our second category, Roberta, do we both agree Disney's better?
I do think so. Wow. Disney does win.
We haven't disagreed yet.
And I am sorry in this part, but Disney it wins by a mile.
Wow. Now, I wouldn't say a mile.
Yes.
I would say maybe like a half a mile.
A mile.
Right. Let's move on to our third category. Roberta, let's talk about Stateroom. But before we get into that, guys, now listen, this is just our opinions, right? Yes. Certain things we're talking about, other people may have a different experience. They may say, oh, no, that's more important to me, or that's least important to me. Maybe check-in's not as important. Maybe this, what we're talking about right now, Stateroom. Yeah. Stateroom is a pretty important part.
Yeah, some people, it's like food is most important than anything.
So we're just, again, guys, just our opinion, what we think, what we experienced along with our son, Jake. Correct. And by the way, he's in his room playing, and we'll give you his little 2 cents at the end. Or maybe he will if he wants to come out. Roberta, let's talk about the Stateroom. I think this is going to be pretty quick and easy it's actually hard for us to judge this because with Disney Cruise Lines, guys, we had an extended veranda room at the aft of the ship, which means the veranda was probably bigger than the stateroom. It extended way out into the aft. The stateroom itself on Disney, Roberta, I found to be much more modern. Yes. Of course, we did have natural light, but even if it was an inside room, I think I would have felt that this room is more modern. It felt like it had a little bit, maybe more space.
For an example, you close the curtain. If you have to just judge the inside room, not talking about the veranda.
If I take the veranda off, and it was just I loved on Disney. There's a split bathroom.
Yes.
Which makes a huge difference with the three of us. One person, could be shaving. I could shave in one of the split bathrooms because there was a sink and a toilet in one, and then the other one had a shower
and a sink.
A sink. So I could shave in one while Jake was taking a shower, and we could switch off, or Roberta could take a shower. That was a real game changer, that split bathroom. And just the overall, I think the modernness and the detail of the room on Disney, Roberta, with the little Mickeys on the little hidden Mickeys on the lights.
They're both clean. They're both very
very clean.
Very clean.
Very clean.
Yes.
You want me to keep going, Roberta? Am I doing? Is there anything you want?
No. It's everything is good, and the closet storage. I think Disney wins
Disney's
a little
bit bigger.
Yes,
a little bit
Disney
bigger.
Disney has a fridge.
Disney has a real refrigerator.
Correct.
We'll talk about this when Actually, let's move right into Royal at this point. Into the stateroom.
Yeah.
So on Royal Caribbean, we decided to do the least expensive room. Disney, we did probably the most expensive you could get before concierge level.
Correct. Yeah.
That's why it's kind of hard to pick which room was better. It's kind of obvious to us which one we liked better. I'm trying to be objective here, though. With Royal Caribbean, it was an inside room, so we didn't have the balcony, okay? Which was okay. It was a 3-night cruise. It didn't really bother me that much. I missed it a little bit, I would have liked to have a balcony, but for a 3-day cruise, I think it was okay and I could handle it.
We'll definitely do it again for the price, yes.
Now, with the Royal, Roberta, the inside room, I'll keep going with this because I think you're going to agree with a lot of this, was the refrigerator, which looks just like a refrigerator, and you open it, and I'm like, wow, if you saw the vlog I'm like, it's not real cold, and then it gives you a little... This is a cooler, not a refrigerator.
Yes.
So it's not really a refrigerator, and it does not work very well at all.
Because a lot of times we don't want to get out of the room just to get something cold.
Yeah.
We just want to be, you can order ice, of course.
That I did not like.
Yes. But
it was very deceiving.
Another thing also that I think Disney does win, like for us, a family of 3, the couch turns into a bed.
Yes.
Which, a lot of times some kids don't like it to be on.
That's true. With Disney, you had the option of the bunk or the couch.
Correct.
With Royal, you just had the 2 bunks that came down right under the bed.
On top of the bed, yes.
I just think overall, their bathroom was nice on Royal. The room was okay. It was very outdated, though. That was a problem.
Not enough outlets.
Not enough outlets. Yes. Not really anything like, wow, look at this or look at that. So, to me, I'm definitely going to say, Roberta, the room, for me, is going to go to Disney.
Yes.
You agree?
The room goes to Disney.
Okay.
Yes.
So far, we're agreeing on everything. Is there anything we're going to disagree on?
I don't know.
Let's find out. Let's get to our next category. So we're moving on. I think we have about 7 or 8 different categories, and we're about halfway through now. I'm going to get to the pool decks.
Yes.
Just pool decks. Okay, this is Royal Caribbean versus Disney pool decks in the amenities, outside areas, guys.
Activities.
Let me just talk about it pretty quickly. With Disney, the pool deck did have something really cool. It had what's called the aqueduct. It's kind of like a water coaster that goes around the whole deck of the ship on the outside. And you can, Roberta, go ahead, talk about it, because I know you loved it.
Yeah, you can see
it's
outside.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
The first time it's cool, but then it kind of slowed down.
Yeah.
And you just look outside.
It's kind of cool because it has some fast and some slow, and you can, I remember being in the Bahamas, right? And looking out and seing the Atlantis while I'm cruising on this tube. That was really awesome.
Yes.
I love that about the Disney Dream. They had 2 pools.
Yes.
They had a hot tub, which was kind of split in the middle. But I would still say it's one hot tub.
A little bit away from the pool.
A little bit away from the pool.
Yeah.
Kind of underneath almost, so if it rained, you could go in there. And they did
a small kid slide.
They had a small kid slide, but only for kids.
Only for kids, yes.
And then they had a splash pad for actually really little kids.
Yes, Jake could not go.
Jake was actually, at that time, he had just turned 10, but he's still it's probably good for like maybe 6 and under.
Yeah.
Now with Royal, wow.
Yeah.
Royal, their outdoor
much.
deck was unbelievable. So, okay, so they had 2 main pools, kind of side by side, right?
Yes.
So port side, starboard side, very good sized pools. They had 2 really big jacuzzis, another jacuzzi, 3 jacuzzis. Then, kind of as you were heading towards the aft, Roberta, they had what's called Splash Away Bay.
Yeah.
Now, this is awesome from kids that are 1 or 2 all the way up. I would say probably 13, 12 or 13.
Because they had their own little pool in there on a Splash Away Bay. Like it was a tiny pool.
They had a small pool. They had hot tubs in there.
And they had hot tubs. Yeah,
now anybody can go in there. You could. I went in there with Jake and ran around, and you could go in the hot tubs.
They had the slides.
It was really nice. They had little water slides in there.
Yeah.
It was like if you went to a water park and you were in the kids area. It was awesome. Splash Away Bay, so great. And then as you kept moving back towards the aft, Roberta, now we're talking about Flow Rider, which is kind of like a surf simulator.
Yeah.
Then they had 2 more water slides that were bigger. They had a sky pad where you can jump up and you can use these goggles if you want. And it's kind of
a couple water slides in there.
Yeah. Ping pong.
Yeah.
They had a rock climbing wall on Royal. This is all Royal Caribbean now.
In the front of the ship, they had
mini golf.
Mini golf.
In the forward, Disney also had mini golf. But I'm going to be honest, the Disney mini golf, I think the Royal mini golf was much better.
You know, the Disney, it's themed Disney. So.
But I'm just saying, it was very, simple. It was not very detailed at all.
No, yeah.
I mean, I played the one at Disney. I didn't play the one, excuse me.
Ours was
with
way
Royal.
too wind.
There's a lot of wind, but just the course itself looked really nice. And then, I think that's...
Disney had a couple, they had a basketball as well by the...
Yeah, there's also sports courts on both.
They had something else which was Spade also, like the Goofy, I think,
Yeah, they had a virtual thing we didn't do. But I just think that the pool deck on Independence of the Sea, I'm just talking about pool deck, like the pools and the activities for, outdoor, man, to me, I'm going to give it to Royal on this. And, I'm really trying. They both had the big screen.
Wait a minute.
Well, maybe
we had
Roberta
a couple
disagrees.
issues in there.
Maybe Roberta disagrees. They had they did.
A couple of things that I do not like in a Royal.
Okay.
The smoking area on a Royal was way too long.
Yes.
Of course, there's a lot of people out there that they smoke and they want to watch their kid, playing, and they want to be having their cigarettes. But in a Royal Caribbean was too long.
Yeah, it was almost like half of that whole...
the kids could...
It kind of went from, all the way almost up to the kids area of the Splash Away. Yeah.
Yes, it was all the way to there. So I think a lot of kids, was passing by, they could easily smell it. So we had to try to walk towards the other side. And another thing too that I did not enjoy much in Royal Caribbean is the fact that they could charge you if you leave a towel behind.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
Yes. So the $25, I don't think
25,
so.
Yeah, you had to actually go to a towel checkout. I think this is getting pretty much standard though, from what I've been researching. Yes. Disney didn't do it.
No.
Although Disney charges you 4 times more for a cruise, so maybe that's why.
But and I think in our case, when our Disney cruise, which I don't know if it's still happening, we had 10 minutes only at the pool.
Yeah, no, that's not. I can't imagine that's still happening.
Yes.
That's why I didn't even mention it, because to me that was just kind of a
I don't know if
COVID
it's still happening,
thing.
But that's what happened in our ship, and that's one of the things, because then you had to come out, wait in line.
I just thought of something else.
And then we had waiting line again to be able to go back to the
that
pool.
was very inconvenient.
And you had nothing else to get yourself...
I think that's the point I was trying to make by listing all those things with Royal. To me, there was just so much more. And the pool was, but I don't... That's temporary. That's not gonna... That's because of the COVID protocols. Also, Royal, they had people going around asking you if you wanted a drink. Do you need anything?
Yes.
And I'm not even getting into the adult areas. I'll do that kind of.
And it's not like they are trying to have you buy it. They are just there as just a service.
No pressure. Like, would you like a drink? No? Correct. Okay, have a nice day.
Yeah, and they keep everybody very busy too.
Yeah, but I still, even with everything you just said, Roberta, to me, I still liked the outdoor decks and activities much more with Royal Caribbean. Even the funnel vision is cool, but Royal kind of had the same thing. They had movies at night.
Yes, they had like...
And they did have, they I think had a Disney movie, possibly. Well, they had a Marvel movie for sure.
Yes,
Spider-Man.
They had Spider-Man, yeah.
But I'm going to definitely, I am going to go, Roberta, you might not agree with me, but I'm going Royal Caribbean for
That's a tough one for me. Because I like the Disney show.
Well, Disney does have characters that come out on the deck. I think I know where Roberta's going with this.
It's close. It's close for me. But I think I have to give it to Royal.
Wow! Now I am very surprised. I am.
It's for one reason. It's just, I think in our case...
Even with the smoking and the things?
Yeah, I think it just because... I think it was in the time that we did for the ship. I did not like the fact that we couldn't use the pool.
Well, no,
and there was nothing else to do.
I try not to take that into my decision, and Royal still would win.
Because if the pool was busy,
there wasn't a real lot to do outside on the Disney decks. It really wasn't. I'm
correct.
Royal, we were loving it. I mean,
we could go to. There was so many.
There was just so Or the splashway, guys. I don't mean to keep it up, but it was just like night and day to me. I'm sorry, but Roberta, you're right.
I do love Disney. I love the characters. I love the trivia questions on the board.
We're talking about just the pool activity. We can get to that later, Roberta. Relax. I know you love Disney. Royal Caribbean's getting my mark for this.
Yes, Royal Caribbean does win.
There you have it. Let's move on to the next category. All right, Roberta, let's move on to our next category. Just kind of general entertainment on both ships. It's hard for us to get into every single detail of every entertainment. I will say this, Royal had a much bigger variety of entertainment.
They were amazing.
Than Disney.
They were amazing, yes.
Because, they have an ice skating rink, okay? Yeah. I mean, come on. And this isn't even the biggest ship. Some of their other ships have even more things. Comedy.
The Disney the cruise director of Royal was amazing.
Oh, the cruise director was awesome. What was his name? Ricky, I think?
Yes.
Yeah, Ricky. They had a belly flop contest. There's so much. If I start listing it all, we'll be here for 20 minutes.
It's a variety, yes.
Disney, excellent, right?
Yeah, and you have Disney, you have Disney characters, you have Disney theme, you have a trivia, you have, karaoke, you have a lot of crafting.
You had a nice dance party at night outside on the deck with the fireworks and stuff.
It's a lot of entertainment, yes.
A lot of entertainment.
Yes, both.
I like the way, though, Roberta, I don't mean to interrupt you, I'm sorry. I like how Disney kind of spaced out their entertainment, where when there was really something important going on, they made it so that, hey, we're not going to try to have a conflict with this.
Correct.
We're going to make it so, because on Royal, what happened to Greece, we couldn't even go to it.
Yes.
Because it was during the, it starts at 9, but our dinner's at 8, and we're finishing dinner, it's 9:05, 9:10, and I would have had to hurry. So I think Disney was much more organized with the timing of their major things.
Correct. And the other things, yes, you pick as you go.
Yeah. And with Royal, sometimes it's just, this is it. It's one time. We got lucky with the ice skating because they added on an extra show because of the weather.
They got canceled.
But overall, Roberta, I just think the organization with Disney, to make it accessible, that even during the 3 days, you could really pick out, if I go this night, then tomorrow night I can do this. I'm going to give the edge to Disney when it came to just the overall entertainment in the way that it was organized, where it didn't run into other things. But I will say that Royal had much more of a variety.
It's a variety.
So to me, they're even, but there's a little pixie dust right here, guys. They're even. They are. You're not going to be disappointed either way. I do not think you will. If you're not crazy about Disney, you're going to like Royal more. but we do love Disney.
We do love Disney.
Disney's gonna but it's so close. It's a toss up. But I'm gonna do a little pixie dust right there, guys.
Disney does have the edge.
Roberta's gonna give it to Disney too.
I have to give it to Disney in terms of.
There you guys have it.
Yes.
Let's move on to our next category. Like I said, we just have three or four left here, and we'll be able to really break this down. All right, let's talk about food. And I don't think this has to be long, Roberta. Some of these we kind of get on a roll, right? Yeah. We get to some rambling. Food, let's guys, please go back to our vlogs if you want, and if you've watched them, you know the answer. Disney wins. That's it. There's nothing more to say. Now, this is entry-level food. This is not any specialty dining. Correct. We did not do specialty dining on either cruise ship. Royal, the quality of the food on Royal does not even come close to me to Disney. Now, don't get me wrong. There was some things on Royal that I did enjoy.
Yes.
But the seafood on Royal was not that great. Disney's much better.
Most of the food on Royal was... The Windjammer does win in terms of variety. It has more variety.
Yeah, than Cabanas, which are the buffets.
Correct. But in terms of the main dining and what is including, a lot of people will argue that because of Disney price, that you could add, other dining experience and still not be close with Disney price, but we are not talking about price. Right now.
No, we're not talking about price.
Right now, we're talking about what it comes included in our, on a...
And that's a good point, because really, not talking about price or not, but the food that's included with Disney, you have rotational dining.
Yes.
And they're very beautiful restaurants. There's 3 different ones on the current ship. So you have a different experience each night when you eat. Yes. So it is like a specialty dining already.
Yes.
Where Royal, you do have to do an upcharge, and they have several other restaurants, which I would advise doing. I've had a couple people ask me, what would you do different? What would you do different?
I think that's one of the things.
That is one thing I would, with Royal, I would get the specialty dining package. There's a lot of different options. So, Roberta, I don't think we really need to talk a lot about this.
No.
Disney wins on the food.
Disney wins on the food.
Let's get on to the next one. All right, let's talk about our next category, Roberta. That's maintenance. Overall maintenance of the ship. And when I say maintenance, I'm talking about the cleanliness of the ship. How was the stateroom working order? Ship paint, glasses left around. Go ahead, you can start this one.
Yeah, we saw a lot of people, a lot of crew members, they were working on Royal Caribbean ship. So, it makes you feel like they are working on it and they are keeping up, trying to keep
painting
it up
and things. You're talking, painting. They were doing like some deck. They were sanding decks and redoing decks. So they were doing a couple of working in the lifeboats.
Yes, but I think that a lot of things that you could really see in Royal Caribbean, they were very used.
It was it was areas that you could see were worn and torn, right? Kind of beat up.
Yes.
Not a ton. Now, listen, if you weren't really looking for it, you might walk by and go, oh, wow, that looks like it's a little bit.
But it's a lot of, I don't think it was enough staff in terms of, to keep it all, the glasses out all the time and things like that.
Yeah.
I think they need a little bit more staff in terms of keep it up with the maintenance of the ship. Also, the maintenance in general, the room was clean, the maintenance of the room as well. A few things that it needs to keep it up, the glass on a shower, chipping a little bit, things like that, small details.
So just you're talking overall maintenance, not really cleanliness, just maintenance.
Just maintenance.
Yeah,
yes.
And
they
I
were
agree.
at night they were cleaning the deck in Royal, so they were cleaning, they were power washing everything, but you could see that some of the stuff needs to be replaced.
Yes.
But again, it would affect our crew.
No, it wasn't enough that it was this is junky.
But it's just details like that, which a lot of times you don't see that in Disney. You don't.
No, you won't really. I didn't.
You don't see that.
And so let's talk about Disney quickly.
Yes.
Well, let me just throw something in with Royal about just overall cleanliness and maintenance. I believe the ship was very clean.
Yes,
the ship was clean. There was never garbage overflowing in garbage cans or walking around and seeing You
see glasses and...
Well, you would see a glass here and there, but
behind,
I guess what I'm saying, it wasn't dirty.
No,
there was no area I ever felt like, wow, look how dirty this is.
No.
I always felt like, look how beautiful this is.
Yes.
But I think I do agree with Roberta. Like, kind of entering the ship, you could kind of see, wow, that railing looks like it might need some staining.
Yeah, and the carpets on...
some of the carpets in the guest areas where the staterooms were kind of frayed. But, Roberta, I wouldn't really say it was terrible.
No.
But some
you can
notice.
see they keep up on
now with Disney.
Yes, everything is.
I mean, I didn't even notice anything.
Yes.
I'm being honest. I did not notice, like on Disney, any dirtiness anywhere.
No, it's not dirtiness. Maintenance. No.
Or maintenance. They were always like. As a matter of fact, when we checked into our stateroom, they had just put new varnish all over the railing because they had it wet paint. Like they had just, and they would be cleaning the windows when we're in port and painting. Like Disney Cruise Line is very, very well maintained and also very clean.
Correct.
So I'm going to give my notch to Disney.
Yeah, Disney does win on that one. Yes.
Okay, we're just about done. So what I want to do is I just kind of want to talk about, Roberta, a couple last things. Yeah. Okay, I want to talk about the customer service we received. Disney versus Royal customer service.
Yes.
And then I just kind of want to wrap up with the price of each cruise.
Yeah.
And then Castaway Key or Coco Key.
Yes.
Kind of like a separate thing.
Yes.
No, I don't want to use that against any cruise lines or anything.
Yes.
So Roberta, when it came to the customer service, the crew members, wow, both ships were really awesome.
Amazing.
In fact, I'll start this one, Roberta, by saying I was pleasantly surprised how awesome Royal was, especially with Jake.
Yes. They were amazing. Everybody.
What they did for Jake, even if you see the vlogs, you'll see it. Like I talk about it. The servers we had on our main dining, man, they went out of their way, not just for Roberta and I, but for Jake. Like that was their priority. We want to make sure that Jake
was taken care of.
The wave runner, like everywhere we went, like what can we do for Jake? Yes. It was just so cool. Like, man, Roy was awesome, and I felt like that was a little bit more than Disney treated us all great. Disney was amazing. They remember your name. They remember you. Like I can remember one morning after dinner. Precious, she was our assistant server, right?
Precious.
And then
she was awesome.
I'm in, Cabanas. Hey, Matt. Hey, and I'm like,
yes.
Oh, Precious.
Yeah.
So she was helping out there. Like she remembered. Like that made me feel really special. Like wow, she remembered me from last night.
Precious.
I'll see you later tonight. I'll have you Diet Coke.
Oh,
like,
I miss
I'm like,
Precious.
Are you serious? Precious. Oh my gosh. She stood out to me like. Disney though, I mean, come on, it's Disney World, man. Disney. From the second, the second you're there to the minute you leave, it is nothing but top quality crew member service.
Yes.
Roberta, you got pixie dust for your birthday.
Oh yes.
They left a little present.
Raphael, yes.
And it wasn't because something was wrong. It was just. We were talking to Raphael
we were talking
on the island.
And then he went to, was like, oh yeah, what is your room number and everything else? And he went to the system and he thought it was my birthday. And then he decided that he would just do a pixie dust, and that's amazing.
And it was just because we were just talking to him and we're telling him, we were asking him questions like, hey, do you know how to get to this and this?
Correct.
And then he just said, oh, you guys, what room are you guys in? We didn't think anything of it.
We were talking about it.
Yeah. Like, he wanted to know, like, oh, are you in a concierge? Or what room do you like your room? What room number is it? We got back, and the guy was knocking on our door.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Raphael. Although Royal, though, was really good with resolving our dining problem the first night.
Yes. And I did not think, I'm going to be completely honest, I did not expect that they will follow through the way they did.
Yeah, I was hopeful.
Yeah,
I was hopeful. She said she would, and they did.
And they did.
They were both great, but again, Roberta, Royal, I'll say, for what they did for Jake, man.
But there is one thing for me that actually makes just a slightly difference again. Just a little bit.
What do you think? What is it? Come on, tell us.
It's just the consistency that Disney has.
Yeah.
From the moment if you have any issue in the customer service, the way it's everybody trained in a very specific way, which everybody was great at Royal, but you couldn't see consistency.
Awesome. Yeah, there was some inconsistencies maybe.
Yes.
And we know this, Roberta, why? Because we work in the service industry.
For years and years.
Years and years and years. Guest service industry. That's how we met each other,
So I think that Disney gets the
training
edge.
is very important when it comes to that.
Disney gets the edge. Because
but again, it's really close.
By a pixie dust.
And guys, I'm telling you would think, oh no, Disney's going to blow away Roy. Not for our family.
No.
It was really close. But again, give it to Disney. There's a lot of nods for Disney, but I want to tell you something. It's a lot closer than what
than a lot of people.
And I think you guys can understand by the way we're talking and the passion. So. Roberta, you want to just go right into the next one?
Yeah.
We're gonna go right into the price. All right. Let's talk about price.
Yeah.
And before I get to that, drop us some comments if you have we want to do a question and answer about anything we missed.
Actually, question and answer in Royal Caribbean in general. We have quite a few questions for us.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a vlog.
Question and answer.
We'll do a question. I promise it won't take 40 minutes like this one. But I do, guys. You know us, and you know the way we make vlogs. We're very detailed about things, and we like to be.
And if there's anything missing,
to be entertaining and listen to myself sometimes.
If there's anything missing, let us know in the comments. So
let us know.
We can talk.
We probably missed a category, or we maybe missed something somebody wants to know about.
Yeah.
I and Roberta answer it. I'm the one who actually answers it, but we talk about, hey, Roberta, she lets me know, hey, somebody left you a comment. 100%. We answer every single comment.
We do try our best. Even though
I think we're at least 99.9%. We might miss one here and there. But let's talk about price. Let's talk about price. Okay. Royal Caribbean wins.
That's it.
Royal Caribbean wins on price.
There is no explanation for us.
There's nothing else you can say.
There is no explanation that why Disney is so...
Because it's... Even though... Okay, guys. Okay, you can see at this point, Disney would be our choice, right? Disney has won. Overall, what is a better cruise line? Just from our experiences, Disney is a better cruise line in our opinion. But it's a lot closer than just me saying that. They are really close.
When you add the price factor, for us, we could do 3 cruises.
4, possibly.
Depending on the time of the year.
Possibly 4 Royal Caribbean cruises.
Instead of Disney. So, if you have extra money and you got a bonus or something and you of course I'm gonna go to Disney because I love Disney, but
it's all Roberta, what you're saying is Disney that much better that I would give up a year and wait and just do 1 cruise a year, or would I rather do 3 or 4 on Royal? To me, I'd rather do 3 or 4 on Royal than 1. But we are fortunate to live in Florida where we can get some discounts.
We get discounts
on both of these cruise lines.
So
especially Disney. We can get some really good discounts on Disney Cruise Line. But price Royal, for what you're getting and what you're paying, I just think it's really, really worth it.
Royal wins.
Royal wins.
Jake, he did pick.
Yeah, Jake did a pick. But he's still in his room. He picked Royal Caribbean.
He did pick Royal Caribbean.
As a matter of fact, he wants to go back real quickly on Royal.
He loved Disney too. He
likes them both, but he's already like, Dad, Royal, and you can see from the vlogs, Roberta, how much Jake just loved Royal.
Enjoyed, so.
And guys, you have to understand something. We live right here near Disney.
Yeah.
So Jake is a kid since he's been 1.
Yeah.
Growing up with Disney. He's 10. He'll be 11 in August.
Yes.
So Disney to him is just kind of normal. It's a normal part of his life. So I think the Royal brought out some things in him that he was like, oh, this is cool. It was really different for him. So it's almost like a break from Disney.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. He'd go on a Disney cruise in 2 seconds if I told him where we're going. But Jake did pick Royal Caribbean as his choice for kids cruising.
Yes.
Now, let's get... Oh, go ahead.
We didn't stay more a lot of we didn't spend a lot of time in
the adult area. I'm sorry, guys. We didn't cover any of the adult areas only because
also
we didn't go in them. And the kids clubs.
Correct.
We didn't cover the kids clubs
because Jake, the same reason. He went there for a few minutes at Disney and still
he wanted to leave quickly. Jake sometimes has, he If you see the vlogs, you'll see that he wears a lot of his headphones a lot. Roberta, it's something we can talk about pretty openly on our vlogs. And people realize Jake has some sensory issues. Yeah. He really loves to be with us. Yeah. So that's the type of kid he is. He felt a little bit like in the kids club, he kind of wanted to do his own thing, and it wasn't happening in there. So they called us within a few minutes.
In the Royal Caribbean, actually, he felt very comfortable not using, which for us was a big step.
Yes, he did not. If you notice on the vlogs, he didn't really have those headphones on. I think in the beginning.
Yes, and
in Royal.
I think he was able to handle and cope very good on the Royal Caribbean.
It was like he was just like,
he was
let me try everything. Yes. He was ice skating,
and especially the music.
He loved
the music on a Royal Caribbean cruise. He just loved the music. Yeah. But
that's just a little thing about Jake. If you're new to the channel, you will notice that he really loves to hang with us. And he does have some sensory things, and at times he just needs a little break from a lot of kids around with transitioning and things. So we didn't really get into a lot of the kids club because I don't want to give you a bad opinion. I don't want to give you the wrong opinion.
No, yes.
I would say in general, probably Disney does seem to be really nice.
Yes. So,
all right, the last thing we're going to talk about on this vlog, Roberta, it's been going on a while. We'll do it quick. Castaway Cay versus Coco Cay. I'm going to vote Coco Cay.
You have to talk about it.
I'm going to talk about it, but I'm going to say Coco Cay to me is much better than Castaway Cay.
All right, so much to do in Coco Cay.
Yeah, there's so many different things. You have so many options.
Because even if in Disney there's not a lot to do, you have like the splash. It's small.
Oh, Disney, Castaway Cay.
A couple of slides and a jumping thing for the kids, but when it's low tide, they can't do it. So so that's kind of stopping them. So if you want to relax, but when you're in Coco Cay, you have an entire section that you can rest.
Oh yeah.
You have if you want to party, you have a DJ in there. If on lagoon, and if you go to the other side of the lagoon, you just hear a little bit. Yeah, you just hear a little bit of the music, and it's not. Yeah. But if you want to party, you can. In every place that you were on an island, you have options to eat, which was already included in the price.
That was great about Coco
And if you
Cay.
want extra activities, you also had it on Coco Cay. Disney, I think it was a little bit limited to where to eat. It was cookies 1 and cookies 2. That's it.
And the adult area. Again, we did not go to the adult area, so we're not going to comment on a place I didn't go.
Yes, but I have to agree. If I have to pick one of the islands, it would be.
And Jake again, he's like Dad, Coco Cay all day. And again, Castaway Cay is
amazing.
It's beautiful.
It's amazing. It's beautiful.
Both islands if you want to just lay back and relax,
yes,
Castaway Cay is great for that.
It's great.
And maybe have a couple little activities, but if you and there's a lot of different excursions you can do as well. We did not pay for anything that we did at Castaway Cay. We did not do excursion or Coco Cay. So we're coming from the point of if you just were going to go to the island, what are your options? And to me,
and I think in the future when we do start doing more excursions and things like that, we're going to bring it over to you guys as well. So to wrap this up, if there's anything that
we cut it short on the island. Well, but go to the vlogs, right, Roberta?
Yes.
We have playlists.
We have playlists for both. Yes.
Cruises. Go there. You'll see we have a whole separate vlog for Coco Cay, and I think also Castaway Cay. We have the morning, day 3 morning. I actually lose my ring. There's some drama in that one if you want to watch that one. So go and watch those. But this has been going on so long.
Yes.
Guys, thank you so much for watching Medling World. And we are so happy to invite all of our new subscribers that have found us. Well, from the beginning, but this past couple weeks, Roberta, with the cruises, we have been getting so many comments, so many new subscribers. You guys, we are so grateful. Yes. You're helping us reach our goals.
That's correct.
And we have more cruises to come, more Disney parks to come, more events to come.
Hopefully announcement soon.
Hopefully we will have a cruise announcement very soon. I also have another announcement, Roberta, but they're going to have to wait.
A little bit. Just a little
This is a personal announcement, though.
Just a little bit.
Just maybe the next vlog. Probably the next vlog.
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the next vlog.
But it's a personal thing. If you follow my Facebook, you already know what it is. Yes. Not Medling, not Medling World, but if you follow my Facebook, So if you want to Facebook stalk me, you can send me a friend request too. I'll take it. I'll add you on, but on there you will find an announcement from me.
It's coming soon on a vlog.
Thank you guys so much. Hit that subscribe, thumbs up, share this. It's a long vlog, but it's a good vlog. I love it. See ya!